Driving to Prince Rupert, BC, one of the most economically depressed neighborhoods in Canada, but very beautiful. Rains the most in Canada as well. So the real estate prices are quite low. The reason I'm driving there is because they're building a port there, and they're expanding onto the existing port. And it's the deepest water port in North America. And the amount of containers coming from Asia going through that port will exceed that of Vancouver between 2010 and 2020.
From Hong Kong to Shanghai, from Beijing to Tokyo, across Korea and Taiwan, the Asian tigers continue to roar. On the sector on overdrive. Asian economies growing by leaps and bounds. Goods crossing the Pacific in record volumes. But as the pressure to deliver even bigger volumes on time grows, shippers will require more high-capacity port facilities than ever before. Enter the port of Prince Rupert, North America's northwest gateway, the continent's closest, deepest, and safest port of entry, and a location with limitless potential. Situated at the 54th parallel, the port's location shaves 30-hour shipping time for the shortest, fastest route across the Pacific. Nestled in the lee of the Queen Charlotte Islands, Prince Rupert's operations are protected from wind and wave action, making it the safest port on the West Coast. With no limits to growth in sight for Asian shipping, the western port of tomorrow is right on course. Prince Rupert, North America's northwest gateway. Proudly served by CN.
It's a small island of 13,000 people. There's going to be a lot of demand for housing, and very shortly, a very limited supply of rental space.
And still have most of it.
So here's a listing of a property that I'm primarily interested in looking at. It's a 10-unit complex asking $285. It rents for about $400 a suite minus the caretaker suite. And I've also got to look at a property that I currently own in Prince Rupert. It's a 2-bedroom. It rents for about $700 a month, and it's about break even. On the left here is the Crowfoot Glacier, and it's no longer looking like a crowfoot. The bottom toe is completely fallen off or melted off over the years since when it was first named. Here's a picture of the same glacier in 1917. Coming up on the left is the Columbia ice field, which covers 3 times the total area of Toronto. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, I guess, so to speak. I went here a couple years ago. It hasn't seemed to have receded much since then, but you can see the gravel on the road where it used to be. Oh, this glacier is really nice. It runs completely flat on the top, but then it covers these jagged mountain peaks. Oh, it's really thick. Oh, that's amazing. But checking out the map here, not even out of the mountains yet, not even halfway to Prince Rupert on the west coast, and I hear northern BC is pretty boring, so I'm just going to try to stay awake. I almost hit a moose. It just came out of nowhere. I thought it was a horse. It's got a calf.
Another moose spotted.
About an hour and a half west of Prince George. The large animal. Moose are the largest antlered animal on the planet. This one's not antlered, but it's a woman. Moose.
Scouts are attending the Jamboree this week to celebrate.
So I'm finally on my last leg to Prince Rupert in the ocean. It's Stockton Terrace, BC. Talked with the insurance broker, Dawn. Nice lady, Paragon Insurance. It should be about an hour and a half to Prince Rupert, so just when I get there. Prince Rupert! I made it to the end of the world. Now let's see if it's all it's cracked up to be. It's the thing about real estate. It never looks as good in reality as it does on paper. That was the case for me in Forest Lawn in Calgary and in Saskatoon, at least. So I'm told that much of Prince Rupert was developed in the 1940s during the Second World War. Houses were built to last 15, 20 years, are still up today and been refurbished. And Prince Rupert's on a small island. Just crossed a little bridge on the Trans-Canada Highway to get here. So I guess many developers took whatever land they had and built as much as they could illegally. As an example, the 10-plex that I'm interested in is only on an R2 lot, sort of like an illegal basement on an R1 parcel, but 5 times worse. So that's an example of one of the risks associated with this property and this town in general.
129, holy shit.
Everything out here costs more, 129 cents a liter, compared to 122 in tariffs, I think it was. So this is the Harbourfront Hotel where I'm staying at. Oh, here's a cruise ship. Oh.
Norwegian Star. There's Remax. I'm gonna go meet with the property manager, and there's City Hall right across the street. Beautiful. Prince Rupert, and there's a cruise ship docked on the dock. Huge.
Okay, this is the 10-plex, the famous 10-plex.
We're putting the crushed gravel all down there, and then back up this way, and the dumpster comes here, because everybody and their neighbor is throwing garbage into Ellie's dumpster.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You know,
Okay.
it's been an ongoing problem, but
Great.
because Ellie's right now paying for, pretty much everyone around here.
She's the owner, Ellie? Wait, like why is she selling?
I work for her at her other building as well,
Oh, okay.
in Port Ed.
Oh, she has another building.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to call her.
The only apartment building in Port Ed.
Really?
Yeah.
You know if she's selling that one too?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because that might help her to save the real estate costs if I call her directly if I'm interested in another one.
Oh yeah.
You never know.
I have her number.
Shama, the real estate agent, is busy. But rather than looking at other properties, today I'm going to do some fishing.
And how do they catch the fish if they don't have those claws?
You know, sometimes you try to catch a fish, and the fish is kind of almost dead.
Oh, yeah.
3 bald eagles. Oh my god.
Whale.
Yeah, you gotta move out of here, gotta go to the other end.
Oh, because he eats all the fish, eh?
The fish goes away.
Oh.
See it?
Yeah, I saw it. It's underwater. This is great. Okay. I mean, you can eat that. What is that?
The other one. Okay.
Is it really big? Okay, I'll get it. Because you're back. Here.
Let's see the big mother.
Oh, yeah.
You find it? You see it? Oh, that's it.
Get on.